Greetings, Earthbound Travelers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Will of the Dice presents the Scions of Oblivion. I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, and I will be guiding this interesting group of individuals. Before we get started, we do have announcements, introductions, and everything. I want to say a couple of things personally before we begin. First, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. We've been doing this for almost a year now, and the fact that you guys are here means the world to us. Secondly, tonight I'm not in a good headspace. As you all know, I lost my wife in February unexpectedly, very suddenly, and today is her birthday. So, happy birthday. So if I make any mistakes, I forget anything or whatever, just bear with me. And finally, what we're trying to decide is I go back into on-call rotation at work. So either one or two things are going to happen. We're going to be playing, and we may have to cut the stream short because I get called, or we'll just be on the days that I'm on call and not be playing. We will make our decision on Wednesday in our weekly business meeting. We will let you guys know. We'll all work around it. It is going to be kind of interesting too because we have the holidays coming up and people's schedules are going to be bouncy. So, yeah. So, with that being said, let's get into tonight's announcements. Locke.
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I was holding that for a minute.
Perfect time.
We needed a little levity, guys. Believe me, we needed some levity today. Anyway, right, so I'm here to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice. Fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And tonight, because last week I ran through the list pretty quickly, and I really kind of focused on the table shakers because I think they're so damn cool. I'm going to go back and we're going to talk about the True Stone dice that are up in the new releases right now. My favorite of which is the banded yellow, red, and blue True Stone. Now, True Stone, for those of you who don't know, what they do, and this is really cool, they take small pieces of semi-precious gemstones that they couldn't use otherwise, and they crush them, crush, down into powder, and then they put them together in fun patterns, and then they fuse it all together with resin. So what you get is a die that's about 80% semi-precious gemstones and about 20% resin. And once they've got it all infused into a nice big block, then they take their cool CNC machine and they go in and they cut out the dice very precisely so it rolls exactly right and they're all uniform and cool. But what you get are these cool patterns, like the banded ones look like kind of like a tiger's eye. They have striations, almost like fingerprints in the die. They are so cool looking. You need to go check these out. And to do that, you're going to use our portal because it makes us look good to the company and you want us to look good, right? You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out here. So you're going to go to https://bit.ly/L, D, Will, Dice. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice, all one word. Go check that out. And, check out all the rest of the cool stuff on the site as well. Maybe buy something, because you deserve it. The holidays are coming up, and you're going to be spending money on other people, and that's great. But give a little bit of that dopamine to yourself too, because you deserve that serotonin. Do it for you, or buy someone a set of dice for Christmas, or buy yourself a set of dice and someone a set of dice for Christmas, and save the shipping. Anyway, so also I would like to thank our musicians who are going to provide music for tonight's show because it's going to make our experience better. It's going to make your experience better. It makes everybody happier. Those musicians are, Tyr didn't tell me before the show, so I'm just going to go out on a limb. I'm going to guess Dwergar, possibly Kevin MacLeod, and definitely Patrick Taylor, our very own Pants.
Thank you, Locke. Yeah, I completely forgot. Again, I'm a space case today.
No, it's okay. I just went with what we did yesterday and hope that it's right. And if it's wrong, we'll give credit at the end where credit is due.
Yep. To talk to you about our One Community, One Campaign, because we're all in this shit together. Alice?
Hi, everyone. Tonight's One Community, One Campaign is for Deneb Edwards of Dibs 3D Printing. They sell 3D printed miniatures to elevate your D&D and other tabletop experiences. They have a catalog of 140 plus different models of all sorts of creatures and set pieces with and without stands, from humble rats, terrifying gargoyles, mimics, to even the most adorable skeleton animals you have ever seen. Dibs 3D Printing has something just for you, and you can find them at dibs3dprinting.weebly.com.
Thank you. Now, for those of you out there, if you own an independently small business, if you know somebody that owns an independently small business, we would prefer it be in the role-playing table space, but it doesn't have to be. Send an email, the number 1, COM, the number 1, CAM, at willofthedice.com. And we will give a shout out, as we do every week. There's no strings attached. We're not asking for sponsorship or anything like that. This is just our way to shed light onto smaller businesses, trying to help the people. Let's see. Any more announcements? Oh, yeah. If you notice, Locke is wearing his pimp Will of the Dice shirt. If you would like to have a pimp-ass Will of the Dice shirt, head on over to willofthedice.com/shop. That's all of our announcements. Let's get our introductions out of the way.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the guy in the band who wears the band shirt.
I am John, also known as your lovely Loxodon druid, Zaraj, who is matronly mother and sassy, not frassy. I'm going to change it up every week now, I think. But yeah, I'll be playing your Loxodon druid, Zaraj, and you can find me all over the internet at that_film_guy. Damn, everybody's got space brain today.
That's okay, I have goats for brains.
I got dad brain where I'm just like constantly in a state of like, is the baby alive? Okay, cool. Nothing else matters.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I'm going to apologize now for how bad my voice is tonight. One of my petri dishes children decided to share their germs. I'll be playing Venfira tonight. She's the grumpy 19-year-old half-elf sorcerer who's become disenchanted with the world. Up until recently, she had extra pale skin, ice blue eyes, and long dark blue hair, and practically no pulse. But with having separated herself from the spirit of Gangriella, the Queen of Angramora, she's basically back to normal, except she still doesn't blink. You can find me over on Twitter at ren_Matley.
Hello everyone, it's me, Patrick. Today, I will be returning to these wonderful, beautiful people and sitting at this table, but playing a different character. One character by the name of Scrimp. Light of foot and soft of tone, Scrimp is a black and white tabaxi hired by the king of the Minotaurs, one Tarius Frostbane. Trained in the art of spycraft, Scrimp seeks to become Runith Kesha's greatest spy. And you can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice, the voice of Dandy Santhy Gelbean Gigglebox Pincushion Monfrey, the 20-year-old rogue gnome with short fluffy strawberry blonde hair and light caramel colored skin, mostly cheery, more than she'd like to lately, dreary, always dressed in dark thieves' clothes. She's still trying to find a way to give back to the world, even though it hasn't necessarily always shown the kindest side of itself to her. And you can find me on Twitter at Cap'nCuppyCake.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark, and I'll be playing Karak Stoutheart, the full orc cleric, sworn to a orc goddess of the storms. He is kind of he's the word just jumped out of my he's the father figure of the group, they're apparently his family's in trouble again, and so they must return to his home again to save his people. You can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
And as I said at the beginning of this, I'm Tyr the DM. I am the world's okayest DM. And you can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. Now, as always, our safe word for tonight is porcelain. And if there are any requests before we get started, now is the time to make them.
Not the face.
To the orcs! Again!
When last we left our party, they had traveled deep within the catacombs beneath the castle in Castleton in Taladagario's Minotaur Kingdom. They had retrieved the Crown of Iron. Using the Crown of Iron, they had, with Wontarios Frostmane, broken the zombie-like curse that was upon the people, calling them all to Andarius, the holy city. While they were in the catacombs, however, the high clerics, the 5 elders that sat tying the religious world together, were slain by a member of the Church of the Red-Eyed Raven. Now, whether this was the Assassin's Guild or the actual Church of the Red-Eyed Raven, no one knows. Quickly and in hushed manner, the replacements for these 5 individuals were found. Some of this stuff I'm narrating that we did not roleplay it. I can already hear the questions coming from chat. I'm taking a little bit of narrative liberties here just to sort of help set the stage, as Ben is no longer with us and he played Tarios. The coronation happening quickly, Tarios officially becoming king, the prince of Sword of Hope, the long fallen city, one Akatosh staying there to be his bodyguard. The king had promised you passage back to Verndathar, back to the land where the Tuskspire Mountains, to the land of the orc, letting you decide whether or not you would be taking an airship or taking the seas. In this interim, I also sent a letter of introduction along with one interesting looking tabaxi that he felt would be of use to help you upon your way. And this is where we're going to start. It will be the morning after the coronation. Some of you may be hungover. Yes.
I just have a quick question, and I think Patrick is the person to answer this. Do Tarios and Tosh start every morning by singing Paul Simon at each other? You can be my bodyguard. I can be your long lost pal.
Look, I will not, as the owner and brainchild of this literal weird robotic man. I can't confirm or deny, but I can definitely tell you that there might or might not be a synchronized routine that is every morning similar to the beginning of Coming to America.
Fair enough. I just want you guys to be doing, like, you know, Paul Simon and Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, there's definitely that dance. It definitely takes parts of that are interweaved into that same scene. Like it's, yeah.
All right, I'm sorry that I cast a tangent and I apologize.
No, you're fine. Like you said, we needed some levity. So it is the morning after coronation. Some of you may be hungover, some of you may not, depending on how deep into the cups you crawled last night. But you will all find yourself sitting around a table, breakfast being served as you are in one of the suites in the palace, not being brought down to the main dining hall as it is not yet opened for some reason. The absence of both Tarios and Akatosh very, very present and vivid today, as today is the day that you will set off, having to decide if you will take an airship or sail by sea to return to Verndathar. It is with this is where I would ask you if you have anything to discuss amongst yourselves before there will be a rap at the door.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
apparently Croc's got nothing to say.
We'll be right back.
Gremlins.
Well,
Tech. Wait, he's back.
Yeah, Discord just did the weird like spinny thing, like it needed to update itself or something, which usually means it's about to crash entirely, and then it stopped doing it, and the camera came back. I don't know. Weird. Yay, tech gremlins.
do we have that image as a chat like command?
No.
I don't have
no.
a get a chat
Damn.
command. I mean,
You
I can
can't-
post it to the internet and then put the link, but that's a Karak call or a lock call.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't. It's funny. I don't care.
Now, what was your question, Patrick?
Is Scrimp with these 4 individuals?
Not yet.
Or is... Okay, so I got you. Possibly, though. Gotcha.
Now, Vin's being kind of quiet this morning.
Dandy's chowing down. She doesn't talk with her mouth full. Her mama raised her better than that.
Karak will bring a cup of coffee to Ven.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, you look like you could use it today.
Yeah, I just feel weird. It's fine.
Perhaps while we were on the airship, if you like, we could dye your hair and then you'd feel more like yourself.
I think I'm just gonna let it be for the moment.
As you like. Just, want to help.
No, I appreciate it. I'm not... I don't know. I just don't feel normal at the moment. But I guess normal for me is a little odd.
Yes, and, you went through... You've had her soul with you for as long as you can conceivably remember, so... It would obviously be traumatic to have it...
It was only 9 years. I can remember before that.
Okay, fine. And you're how old now?
I'm 19.
Right. So nearly half your existence. And given that you probably don't remember most of everything that happened to you prior to, age 5? So definitely more than half of the existence you can remember, you had her soul attached to yours. So I would say, yes, a very traumatic experience to lose what you would have come to see as part of yourself, obviously.
She'll kind of shrug. I didn't even know she was there until recently. I feel
Right.
weirder leaving Pants and Tarios behind. You
Yes,
think
but...
your dumbasses are going to be okay without us here to guard them?
Probably not, but hopefully they will be able to send us word if they have need of us. And we've been fortunate in the past in finding quick means of travel to get from place to place when we needed to. Let's hope our luck continues. And that their royal advisors manage to, keep them on the straight and narrow, but their path is their path, and we must respect.
Oh, I don't fault them. I don't know. It's been a long time since I had someone to worry about.
The note of fast travel, I've been praying and reflecting, and soon I should be able to get us anywhere I have been before.
Oh, are you going to learn that thing that my Aunt Mila does where you use the trees to get places?
Yeah, you go into a tree and you come out another tree. It's great.
Yeah, my Aunt Mila does that.
Not yet. Not
love
yet.
it.
Soon. I need more time reflecting on how it works. So that way, we fully exit the tree and you don't half exit a tree.
Wait,
Because
so
I don't want anybody split in half.
so can it be any tree? Like
Any
if
tree
it's-
I've seen.
Okay, so if there's a tree in this palace that is not planted in the ground,
Yeah.
could
there's
you use
technically-
that tree?
As long as the tree's still alive when I try. Now, if Tarius forgets to water it, then we're SOL.
Well, I think as a king, he's not gonna water the plants.
If
I think
Tarius
they've
forgets to
got
give the
people for
command to
that.
water the plant, then we're SOL.
Hopefully, his groundskeeping staff is also up to the task of doing their jobs appropriately.
But there were those trees that we saw right outside the palace that are in that forest, so worst comes to worst, we have a little bit of a hike.
The dice tell me that at this moment I need everyone but Vinfira to please earmuff.
Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble.
Vinfira, as you're having this conversation, you are filled with new senses, the breathing on a regular basis, the skin full of flush color and full of vibrant life, the heartbeat pounding in your chest. You will hear your heart, or feel rather, your heart begin to slow.
She'll kind of reach up, put her hand on her chest. Like something feels weird.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. It's a 12 on the die. Plus 2, so 14.
Your hand looks a little pale. Especially around the fingernails, the finger bed, the bed of the fingernails.
She'll look at it a second and then kind of tuck her hand in.
There's a chill that touches you, Vinfira, something that touches your core.
Is it like the cold she felt before? When
It
she
is.
Was...
Would you care to make an insight check?
Yes. I was actually debating that. Oh, that's only a 10 on the die. And I'm dropping my notebook. So 16.
You have suspicions that this newfound vitality may be fleeting, that the magic within you that's remained may still claim a toll on your physical form.
She's gonna kind of try to take a slow breath, trying to keep herself calm. She doesn't want the others to see her, like, freaking out.
Okay.
And she's gonna speak in Infernal for a moment. Hey, Shadow Guy, are you around?
Mistress.
Are you able to see what's happening in Angramora?
Chaos.
Is Gangriella all right?
For now.
All right. Hey, why are you tied to me anyway?
The shadows tie the shadows. Shadow calls to shadow.
Yeah, okay. And she's gonna kind of turn away from Karak. She'd been facing Karak. She's gonna kind of turn away from him. And get really quiet again.
All right. Anything else before I bring them back?
Nope. I think they're trying to make hard hands.
Here, we're trying to be cute.
We're trying to do a thing.
We'll do the thing.
I don't think we've got it to work yet.
No, we didn't.
So
Oh,
Karak is...
yeah, look, we had it for a second.
Close enough. We'll fix it in
There it
post.
is.
So, Karak, while you're speaking to Vanfira, she's gonna kind of like put her hand on her chest and then kind of ball it into a fist. She's gonna speak quietly in Infernal a little bit and then turn away from you.
Are you all right?
Just a weird feeling. It's fine. It'll pass.
If these weird feelings persist for more than 4 hours, let me know. I have a spell that might help.
Yeah, okay.
I mean it. If you continue to have these sensations, please let me know so we can check into it. Don't let it get worse without letting someone know. And persisting is, by its own nature, getting worse, even if it doesn't feel worse.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yes, then telling me if it happens again will be no big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
It is at this point there will be a rap up on the door.
Oh, good, it's distraction.
I heard that.
Wasn't in character.
Who is it?
Yes, but I can hear your subtext.
There is no voice, just another knocking on the door.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Who the fuck is there?
2 more knocks.
Ven's gonna go open the door. The fuck
Oh,
do you want?
I go as Vanfira crosses to go to the door, I go to the tray, the magic tray that will bring us any food, and I get a bucket of popcorn. And I then sit and start to eat as I watch the door and whatever is about to play out because it's going to be good. I offer
Dandy
Dandy
sits
some
down next
popcorn.
to
Yes, yes. Siraj
The fuck do you
popcorn. Yes.
Lounging in the doorway is a tabaxi that's a little shorter, a little stouter than most tabaxi, wearing a gray hooded traveler's cloak, a gray leopard printed vest with a long white sleeved tunic, and black leggings. There is a fine rapier with a basket hilt and a black opaque gem pommel sheathed on his hip, and then on the other leg, strapped kind of in a quick draw kind of thing, is a hand crossbow. His face is mostly black, except for there is white on his lower jaw, which continues down his neck and into under his clothes, as you could assume. And he has a little bit of white on each side of his nose, and his nose to the bridge of his nose is white. His green eyes, and is kind of just looking at you like how a kitten would when he wants to be adopted, and just says, "You must be Vanfira, then, I assume." And he goes to take your hand. He doesn't take it, he goes to reach for it, being very, very consentful.
She's basically got one hand on the door, one hand on the door frame. She's gonna look at your hand and look at you. Seriously. Do I look like the type?
Do not know what type you look like, but it's...
He's not the type, but I am, and I go to give a hug.
And...
Is Raj gonna push Ven out of the way to get a hug?
Oh yeah. Yeah, as I kind of casually mentioned, Zaraj's wife is a tabaxi, so he's got a thing, a type.
Hello, yes, hello. Yes, my name is Scream of the Clover of the Desert. Please, put me down. Please.
Yes. I will put script
This
down.
has gotten better than I expected, I whispered to Dandy.
It went about as how I expected.
Ven's gonna look over over her shoulder at them. You two want to come meet the fancy cat too?
No, we have popcorn. We're just enjoying the show.
Vanfira will look back at Scrimp. So what the fuck do you want?
I am told to meet all of you I am going to be traveling with you as a, how do you say? confidant, someone to help not only be the eyes and ears of the kingdom, but to help protect the various members, pieces of the party.
Okay.
So, wait. You're here to protect our bits.
I believe that was mentioned on the contract. I'm not. Sorry. The common tongue is not my. This is my first language. Yes.
In other words, he sucks at speaking common.
Yes.
No, I have perfectly fine English common skills. Sometimes when there are as many languages inside your head, they start to wiggle around.
She's gonna kind of squint at him. An infernal. So do you speak this one?
Keep talking to me like that. Maybe. Hang on. Let me see. Let's place that from. Where is that from? Where is it?
So she'll keep speaking in infernal, basically telling him he's a dumbass.
Okay.
Oh, I think I recognize that word.
Oh, yes. I've heard that one multiple times. I can infer its meaning at this point, yes.
Hang on. Where is it? I have a
You
thing.
do not speak.
I know,
Infernal.
but it's a thing. But it's a thing of my class that I can do. And I'm trying to find where it is.
Check under your traits and features.
Yeah, features and traits.
Mimic the speech patterns and an accent. So he tries to start mimicking he's just mimicking back what you're saying to him, but it sounds as if he speaks like after a minute of hearing you talk. He's just repeating what you're saying, and it sounds like he speaks infernal, but he has no idea what he's saying.
But because she speaks it, she knows he's just repeating.
Yeah, 100%.
Would
Oh, awesome. He's a fucking cockatoo in a cat suit.
you say that, and so then I say in Orcish to him a phrase. This is the greeting of my people, and I say the phrase and repeat it multiple times to let him get it. Anybody else speak Orcish? What I'm saying is, oh shit, I got my tail stuck in the door.
It's okay. Ven's basically got him saying that he's a dumbass, so.
It's very strange that you are trying to test how many languages I can speak, and that's very rude that you would try and get me to speak all of these words that clearly you understand that I do not understand. And
No. I asked if you spoke this language after you said you spoke a whole bunch of them.
no, I do not speak that, but I can be able to listen to people and be able to, how do you say, mimic them. Yes.
Right, so you're a fucking parrot in a cat suit.
No, I am very much a cat in a cat suit, but if you're trying to see what is underneath these clothes, give me a couple more hours and maybe a few bottles of something. Anyway.
Yeah. She'll point at Karak. That's his thing, not mine.
Do you speak Halfling?
No.
Good,
Fine.
because I don't either.
It's
Dandy will
wonderful.
Minfira will look at Dandy, and in Gnomish, should we ask if he speaks Gnomish?
No.
She replies
do.
in Gnomish.
I do! That's my Gnomish accent.
In that
Speak
case, I need to
Gnomish?
teach her. In that case, I need to teach her Infernal so we can talk behind your back.
That's not right or nice at all.
Oh, sweetie, no one said I was nice.
You could both learn Orcish, and then I could be included in the joke.
Oh, they're just saying that they can say mean things to us behind our backs if they were to learn a shared language. Unfortunately, there was the opportunity for me to learn your beautiful language. But one job goes one way, and well, the other job goes the other way, and the sands blow and the wind whips, as you know.
Yeah, so I guess if you're going to hang out with us, the first thing you need to know is she's going to point at Zaraj. She's the mom. Point at Karak. He's the dad. She's point at Dandy. She's the fun one. And I'm the bitch who's just going to keep telling you how fucking stupid you are.
That's fine. It's as if words of endearment, as if I were to say, after many days, I will see you in the morning. You're going to be killed later. It's very much like that.
Does this make Scrimp our fun drunk uncle?
Time will tell. Yes.
And only the
we
battles
we
will tell
did
you more.
we did just lose a pair of Funkles, so
Yeah.
yes, that's yeah, no, yeah, would you like to come in?
That would be most wonderful. Thank you for inviting me in. And he will
I didn't invite you. I asked a question.
He will freeze, like as if he's about to step in. He hasn't fully stepped in. His hand is maybe past the threshold. And he pulls his hand back.
Come in.
Thank you. He will.
Oh, I wasn't not inviting you in. I was just asking if you wanted to stand in the hall or not before I invited you. It was an important, like.
This is fair. This is.
I never like to assume what another individual wants or needs. It's better to ask.
I have found that to be the most straightforward of ways to make every single mission easier. Like for
That's
this
grim.
one.
As Scrimp comes in, Venfira will just cross the room and like go look out a window or something with her back to them.
It takes her time to warm up to anyone.
Yes, I
She
believe
warms up? Oh, right, she's not dead anymore.
Ha! That's right.
That was in the dossier as well.
So, you were sent. You said you sent a contract.
Yes, and he will go and sit in like one of the chairs, and he'll wave his hand across the platter that gives food, and he'll say, "Saucer of milk." Like hopefully a teacup of milk shows up.
Yes.
He'll take the little teacup and start to sip it. Yes, the contract is to assist you in anything that is needing to be done to save the world. That was almost the exact wording. I do not know how your friends do business, but I do not judge. To gather information and be as if the eyes and ears of the Minotaur Kingdom. Almost as if His Majesty, may he reign long and free, be in reign.
Okay, so, the way that we have been saving the world, one place at a time, is we all go there, we set up this huge tent with like different rooms set aside with partitions, and then we take all our clothes off.
I'm listening.
And people pay to come visit us in particular for a good time.
I don't understand. I think you made a pun there, but we're unaware of it. But I'm going to let you continue because you said that people come to visit you. But like I said, comedy is not my first. Anyway. So, naked clothes, people come to you.
We show them a good time, we lift their spirits, and that's how we're saving the world.
It is the gods' work.
What is Scrimp's armor class?
17. Are you making an attack roll against me? Because if you are, I'm going to totally use my lucky on that because I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Because I'm not allowed to have a dagger of warning anymore.
I will allow the lucky. I rolled the second one and it missed. As you all are having this conversation, Dandy, you see the familiar outline of Antibar appear behind him, a dagger stabbing down at him. You seeing the reflection out of her eyes, you having lived this life long enough, knowing to always be on alert, managing to slip out of the way as the dagger slams into the table. Antivar coming into sight. I need everyone to roll initiative.
That filthy
Son of a
bastard.
beach.
May I be allowed in a flirt with my dodge to, with the lucky, be able to draw my rapier
fuck
at the same
yeah.
time?
Well, you get a
Because,
free object interaction, so...
Cool. Yeah, so that'll be his dodge as he rolls and draws his rapier pointed at this possibly unknown attacker. I don't know if we've possibly come across paths before. Would not doubt.
And Dandy was just about to get to the part about there's a client that they used to have that is no longer welcome, who is a kill-on-sight client named Antivar Livray. She was about to get to that.
Dandy.
Yes.
16.
Karak.
Dirty, dirty 20.
Scrimp.
Scrimp has a 12.
Vinfera.
13.
And Ziraj.
18.
Alright, Karak, you're up. Give me just a moment to kick the battle music on. Special thanks to Patrick Taylor for our thumping battle music. All right.
You know, does upcasting that get me anything? No. It appears not. So we'll just cast it at first. Suppose. As I pull the great axe of sharpness off my back, I just glaring at Antivar say, "Shit!" I cast command. It's a DC 17 wisdom save, please.
Yep, he's fine.
Oh well, worth a shot.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. I'm going to take movement to get to him. However far I need to go to get to him is top of
he's
table,
up,
whatever it is.
Yeah, I've got it up in Albert.
Oh, do we? Okay.
This map brought to you by Albert.
See a black screen.
Yeah, I got black screen.
Wow, hold on.
The fog of war.
It's up on. Yeah, I see it up on the thing.
Which is strange. Oh, there it is.
There we
I
are.
see some
Yay.
bamboo.
Yay!
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Okay.
I have the little dagger. I'm gonna put my name on it.
All right. You're taking your movement, trying to use command spell. He saves. Go ahead and move your token on the board, and that will bring up Ziraj.
Since we got into initiative before I had a chance to, is it cool to do my Cosmic Omen, which happens at the start of the day?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. Odd is a woe day. It is a woe day. I am now pretty well familiar with Antivar and his tactics, so I am going to shoot a guiding bolt at him. Does a 24 hit?
24 hits.
Alright. So that's 4d6. Ooh, not that great. 2, 3, 6, 10 points of radiant. And then I will assume the starry form of the archer. And as part of the assuming of the form, as a bonus action, I can make an attack with it as well, which will now be at advantage. Raise that roof. Nat 20.
Woo! Yeah.
6, 7, 10, 15, and then do I get modifier on that? Let me double check. Yeah, +5. So a 20 points of damage. And that is radiant as well.
All right. Is that a melee attack?
It was a ranged spell attack.
Okay, so that would count against the guiding bolt.
Yep.
Awesome. Is that Raj's turn?
Yeah, that is attack, action bonus. Gonna kind of come over here so I can start laying on hands. Not the paladin thing, but you know, the Loxodon way. And that is my turn.
All right, Dandy.
All right. At this point, Danny doesn't know when she'll get the opportunity to actually use this on him. So, she's going to use the glass dagger that's filled with poison. Ooh. 8 and 8 is 16 plus 10. 26.
26 will hit.
Woo. And do I get my sneak attack?
You do.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20 on his save against the poison.
Damn. Dang it. The D4 was cocked. Gotta re-roll that. Alright, so that is 8, 10, 14, 23, 28. 28 damage.
Awesome. Karak commanding him to shit, able to withstand the spell. Ziraj blasting with the guiding bolt and then taking the form of the archer. Dandy, the glass dagger shattering, piercing skin. You can see the black ichor of the poison, but you know also that he is strong against such things. It is now his turn. It is in this moment that you remember one thing. The last time you faced Antivar, he was not alone. The Reevricks stepping from the shadows behind you all. The first swordsman moving to attack you, Ziraj. 16. Second attack, 24.
Is that a me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
That is 12 points of damage. Third attack. That will definitely miss. And that will definitely miss. This one coming in. Hold on. Albert, where are you? My Albert disappeared. Coming in on Venfira. 22.
Since my AC is a 13, I'd say that hits.
Okay, that is 10 points of damage. Second attack will also hit. That is 9 points of damage. Third attack. That is a natural 1.
Woo!
I have to go to my fumble chart here. Venfira, you get a attack of opportunity as they stumble, falling forward into you.
Okay. I thought this isn't the character I have that on. Okay. Well, in that case, since she gets an attack of opportunity, her dagger's what she's got on her hip, so she's not great. Her stats aren't great with it, but she'll try. Oh, well, it doesn't matter because that's a natural 19 plus 5, so 24.
That will hit.
It doesn't do a lot of damage, but you know. That's 5 points of damage from the dagger.
All right. They will lose the rest of their turn. And then Antivar going after you, Dandy. I need you to make a deception check, please.
Big money, no whammy, stop. 17.
All right. 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that will be 8 points of damage.
Well, that's not as bad as he usually hits her for.
That's because you beat him in the deception. All right, that will bring up Vinfira. Take your time, hon.
In case you assholes didn't get the message the first time, I don't fucking like being touched. She's going to spend 3 sorcery points and twin a blight, targeting him and Antivar.
Okay.
It's 4 sorcery points. But I'm going to spend the sorcery points to target both him and Antivar with blight. So each of them will need a DC 17 Constitution save, or they'll take half damage if they make their save. See. 36 points of damage. 36 points of necrotic damage, specifically. And half if they made their save.
Awesome. Number 2 will fade, disappearing, turning to ash.
I keep telling them I don't like being touched.
That Vinfira's turn?
That is, and for Scrimp, since Scrimp has never seen Vinfira cast before, when she starts casting, he'll hear her speak in that dark-sounding language again that she spoke before. Shadow swirling up and down her body, and her eyes going completely black.
All right, that will bring up Scrimp.
Scrimp will see this and be like, "Eee!" As this is just kind of whipped, like he's like, "Yeah, this is the party on, Wayne," and is going to take movement, go up to Antivar, and using my bonus action. Oh no, hang on here. No. Yeah, no, that's what we're gonna do. Bonus action, I'm going to do steady aim. Hang on. Only if you haven't moved. Oh, that's my bad. I read that wrong. I cannot use that action or that bonus action. So, either way, I'm gonna take a swing at him with my rapier of wounding.
Nice. Don't forget you have advantage because we're flanking.
Yeah, because we are flanking. That's much better. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Right. He will take a wound. And then damage-wise, I'm going to use my Piercer Beat. Once per turn, when I hit a creature that deals damage, piercing damage, I can reroll one of the attacks damage die. I must use the new roll. That's unfortunate. So it's 6 damage. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage and move over here between Vampira and number 1.
All right.
And that is my turn, good sir.
All right. That will bring up Karak.
Oh, goody. So Karak looks at Antivar and says, "You chose poorly," and begins casting. And I am going to that off, and I'm gonna need to grab a token. I cast. Let me get the proper name for the spell. It is. I cast Summon Celestial.
Okay.
And so a female orc. I choose Avenger, by the way. A female orc, standing. Say actually how tall they are. I want to say they're big. They are large, so standing like 12 feet tall, with wings and just glowing with radiant gold energy, appears over in the corner over there, pulls out a giant radiant bow and fires 2 arrows. Actually, I'm sorry, she will do that on her turn, which comes immediately after mine. So I think that's all that I can do. I don't think that I have a bonus action. Yeah, nope. I'm good. That's it. I summon a Celestial.
All
So that ends my turn, and then she goes next.
Okay.
So let me get her stat block back up. So she is... Say what her plus to hit is somewhere. I guess that would be bow would be dex based, right? So she would
Correct.
get, I guess, +2 to hit. Seems awful low. She gets my spell attack modifier to hit, which is +9. That's even better. Okay, sorry, new spell, guys. Don't know how this works exactly yet. All right, so she's gonna first attack with the radiant bow. Is a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And he will take 2d6. So he will take 8 points. No, I'm sorry. He will take 8 plus 2 plus the spell's level. So that would be 15. He takes 15 points of radiant damage from the first hit.
And at that, he screams in terror, his skin beginning to bubble as it
Second
begins
shot.
to melt.
Second shot is a natural 19 plus 9, so that would be a 28 to hit. And he will take 7 plus 7 is 14 points of radiant damage.
The second set of arrows just blasting through this bubbling form that was already dying, I was trying to say. The creature screeching a loud, almost harmonic vibrant of a screech that would almost shatter glass as it bubbles and melts. The transgressors that are with it doing the same, bubbling and melting into a pool on the floor with a scroll at Dandy's feet. Dandy will know instantly that these are heralds of the Order of the Magpie, clone soldiers that are to deliver messages. They are reserved for the archbishops, for those of the highest order.
So in a sense, that was an Antivar simulacrum.
Dandy will pick up the scroll, and she'll she's gonna check it to see if it looks like there might be like a poof mechanism to it.
Give me an investigation check.
Because she still doesn't know, aside from with Antivar, like where she sits in terms of members of the church. $14.
It appears to not be trapped.
Little, I do apologize. I have not caught anyone's name, but I believe Siraj?
She kind of points with her trunk.
If you wish, I can also take a look at that if you're looking for what I think you might be looking for.
I'm good. Croc, can you look at this with your magic eyes?
Yes, I can. Also, and I turn to Scrimp, you said you were under contract. You'll forgive me for being mildly, appropriately paranoid now. Do you have the contract that you signed, and may I see it?
Your DM, do I have the contract?
You do.
Please save me. Scrimp will sheath his rapier and produce the scroll, almost in the same action.
Thank you. I am going to take your scroll, I take Dandy's scroll, I sit down, and I ritually cast Detect Magic.
The contract that Scrimp gave you will glow blue to yours eyes only. The other scroll does not.
I hand that one back to Dandy. Not magical, you're good.
Okay.
I then open very carefully the one Scrimp gave me, and wish to peruse it.
And the scroll says that Scrimp, the Clover of the Desert, enters into a willingly, knowingly contract with Tarios Frostmane, King of the Minotaur Kingdom, to accompany, and it lists all your names, in whatever adventures, journeys, or travels they see fit in order to help save the world from the darkness that is Angramora, the Shadowed Dreaming, and the Nightmare Realm. They will act as a liaison between the throne of Talidegarios and the group of people to help provide any resources that they may be able to assist you with. And that, I mean, it's pretty just, a lot of legalese for this person is being sent to help you by Tarios.
Right. I'm vetting him effectively right now, that he was hired by a legitimate source, and that this is... Actually, I then pause, and having read the contract thoroughly, I'm going to message Tarios. Sorry, I know you're really busy, but this cat person just showed up and is like, he has a letter, the contract thing from you. You sent him, yes?
Yes, I sent him. I figured that, since you're losing me and Tosh, the kitty could help. Hail to the king, baby.
Nice. Yeah, I don't want to burn another one, so I won't. Cool. All right. I hand the paper. I fold it back up neatly the way it was given to me. I hand it back to Scrimp. He checks out. Sorry. Antivar has a thing with magic contracts, and that's who that guy was, kind of.
Oh, yes, I see.
Bad. We kill him every time we see him, or at least we attempt to.
Nothing.
He was a client of ours. Really bad guy. He has a huge debt for us, so it's a kill on sight thing.
I see. There's no problem.
Dandy's gonna open the message from the Archbishop.
I need everyone but Dandy to please earmuff.
Ooh.
Reading the letter, it will read as follows. Dandy Santi Gelbean Gigglebox Monfore. A pleasure to transverse this conversation in such a manner. I want to thank you and your friends for helping me achieve my dreams of becoming Archbishop. You see, that medallion that you gave me allowed me to assassinate the previous Archbishop. Blame it on a certain assassin to get them taken care of. And then naturally, since I was the hero, I was able to assume the position. Don't worry, this letter will scramble and burn in just a few moments, and there will be no proof of this. However, I'm sure your friend looked at it through magical lenses, and I have taken the liberty of disguising that as well. You can consider our business, for the moment, done. Your parents will come to no harm by me. Should you pursue this silly idea of vengeance against me, I will use all the resources I have to destroy you and everything you hold dear. You lost, my dear. Accept it and learn. Signed, Antivar Livray, Archbishop, Church of the Magpie. And in that,
And she will just, as soon as she's, like, not even before she gets the signature, she lets go of it because that way it does it like mid-air and it's all cool.
all right, you ready for me to bring them back?
Yep.
What? We weren't doing anything.
Come
Nothing
back,
at all.
pants.
Nothing at all.
I'm fine.
It's like I'm like nothing at all. Nothing.
So y'all will see Dandy reading the scroll, and then it will just whoof into flame.
Then she's gonna have a sour expression on her face.
Meanwhile, while Dandy was reading the scroll, I go over to one of the silver trays, and I order a jug of Tarios's favorite milk, and a rasher of bacon. I walk over, and I assume that the table had gotten jostled and whatnot during the fight. I set Scrimp's cup back up, and then refill it from the jug I have just ordered. And then I take the rasher of bacon and I walk over to my Celestial and I'm like, for you, thank you so much. And the Celestial's just gonna hang out with us for an hour because she's cool.
What is wrong, little gnome?
Karak, in the future, if your Celestial is okay with it, I can make it so that she hangs around for the day.
You cool with hanging out for a whole day?
So yeah, above table, if you summon that creature, I can planar bind it.
Nice.
So what's wrong, Dandy? You've got that look on your face.
Antivar's the Archbishop now.
That sounds troubling.
He claims that nothing will happen to my parents, but I don't exactly trust him still.
Wait, I thought that McBain asshole we met was the Archbishop.
Was he?
No?
No, he wasn't the Archbishop.
Look, it doesn't matter. Antivar could be the fucking Pope for all I care. I'm still going to rip his head off and shit down his throat.
Yeah, but then you'd be the Archbishop.
No, I'd be Pope.
Whatever.
And then I'd, I don't know, I'd figure it out. We'll do something. I'm sure we could fuck them over in some way if I were Pope.
Like dissolve the church and move on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here, orc.
Pet goblins. Pet gremlins.
I'm back.
This. Oh,
Yay! So we caught nothing.
Oh, I could have the entire lot of everyone in the church burned for heresy because they're all heretics. As Pope, I could just decree that, right? I mean, like, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care.
Yeah, but some of them might be like Dandy.
Okay, everyone bishop and up.
Well, some people actually earned being a bishop instead of killing or stealing the means to do so from the previous one.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't. Look,
Probably.
I don't know.
usually one for many details in a lot of my work, but I'm assuming that this Antivar person, the one that tried to stab me when I was simply drinking my drink, is the one that we're going to kill. Yes.
Among others, yes.
Hmm.
He's the one we're specifically talking about, though. Sorry, your drink. Yes, here. Look, I refilled it for you.
Ah,
I slide it over to you.
it is nothing personal, but I do not drink anything that I have already drank out of once already. I always.
Oh, we'll get you a fresh cup then. Fresh cup, and I pour you another cup. Here you are.
No, I. Again, do not wish to be offensive, but I will order my own drinks. Thank you.
But I ordered it from the platter. It's Like,
Yes, but it's again nothing personal. It is just my experience. It is best to pour your own cup.
oh no.
Trust issues. You're totally in the right place.
I don't have
Hold on.
trust issues.
Which
You
reminds me, just so that we're clear up front, you do anything that screws them over or gets them hurt, I will fucking turn your brain to pudding.
That was also surprisingly in the dossier.
What can
So-
I say? Tarios knows me.
It seems that he does.
Brain pudding.
Then
Alright.
we'll look at Scrimp, and you'll notice she doesn't blink. And
Neither
when
does Scrimp.
Dandy says brain pudding, and she'll shrug and go, "Told you she was the fun one."
I'm like the cool cousin.
I do enjoy head cheese. Is that similar?
No.
Mm.
No.
No. All right. Well,
No.
So many jokes I want to make.
I'm unfamiliar with what head cheese is, or at least the word that you are using right now. But that is fine. More important matters at hand. I was told that we will be returning to your homeland, correct?
yes, we are heading to the Tuskspire Mountains. We were told that we could choose to travel by airship or by sea.
Yes, I believe I might be the liaison for that as well.
Do you, I mean, we have a writ, I assume, from the king giving us safe passage.
I have a cousin of sorts that could hook us up with either transportation, should you wish to take it in the air or the sea.
I imagine air travel would get us there faster, as we wouldn't have to land in Glandamere and then transport via a different means to get the rest of the way, all the way across either the Free Cities or Glandamere to get to the Tuskspire range. We could just make a direct shot for it in an airship. Does anyone object to air travel?
No, I don't really like sea travel because, I mean, my parents disappeared for 10 years after getting on a boat.
Fair enough.
Well, I've traveled by land and I've traveled by sea. I have not traveled by air, so this will be new to me.
Can't you fly?
I mean, not me. Like, yeah, I can as an eagle, but it's not like I'm in the eagle, but it's not like I don't get to feel the wind on my face as me. I get to feel the wind on my face as an eagle.
I'm very confused. You are a Luxodon,
Yes.
are you not? That you've do you become the seagull?
Have you not met a person of the nature faith?
Oh, what that word meant on the DSCA. Now it... Yes, that makes
It's
everything is clicking.
Druid.
Thank you. That is very, very kind of you. Very kind of you.
And it's pronounced with that exact inflection.
Eid.
There is in some dialects it is actually pronounced Drudad, but we won't get.
You don't look Jewish.
Dad.
Drudad, yes. Right. Do you know what airships? Is there more than one airship in the city at the time?
I will be very honest with you, Karak Stallard. I am not one of much information keeping, but one of more contact knowing. They have someone who knows someone who possibly can get us in contact with an airship.
Because, well, he's mostly retired, but there's a chance, I suppose. I have a friend who used to be an airship
Wait,
captain,
with a wife
who's, yes, a military, yes.
that cannot see anything.
I thought she was deaf.
I don't remember, but I think we are talking about the same person.
Tyr, was Agnes deaf or blind?
She was deaf.
Deaf, yes. No, she can't hear anything.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Oh, give me a moment. I cast Sending to Wilhelm.
Okay.
Wilhelm, darling, we are preparing to depart the Minotaur Kingdom, and out of curiosity was wondering if you had your airship here, and if passage was available.
Karak, darling, Wilhelm here. I do not have my airship. I am so sorry. There is one in port, the Wave Dancer. Very good captain, friend of mine. I will make arrangements.
God, he's gonna run me out of fucking spells, this one.
While he's debating on that, Dandy will get a sausage link, like a breakfast sausage link, and feed it to Honey. Give a little pat.
You're unlike Zaraj is not a vegetarian, and so she will kindly accept.
She's Badger. She's
Badger.
pat
yeah.
the Badger.
Yeah, I'll send one more message to Wilhelm. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Also, I would like to commission some work from you. Some better armor, perhaps, or some magic for one of my weapons. I'll send you a letter.
Send me the letter, darling, and I can find the one to do it. After all, Wilhelm does not make the items. He merely finds them a home.
Cool. All right, so, yeah. Yes, Wilhelm will get in touch with us. He knows the captain of the Wave Rider, was it? Wind Rider?
Wind Dancer.
The Wind Dancer, which is the only airship in port currently. Hopefully, I've never met anyone who wasn't on good terms with Wilhelm.
And
Well,
this
if
is where
you
we're
did
going
meet
to...
someone who...
Go ahead.
If you did meet someone who was on bad terms with him, I don't think you'd trust them.
Absolutely not.
This is where we're going to go ahead and take our first break. Come back and see where this journey leads. We'll be back in 10, guys. Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our break. Before we went on break, the party had discussed whether they would travel by air or sea. Deciding to travel by air, they were introduced to a companion sent to them by the newly coronated king of Talidagarios, one Tarios Frostmane. They were attacked by clonish heralds sent by Antivar to inform one Dandy that he was now Archbishop, thanks in part to her and her friends, and that he would leave them alone. They leave him alone, everything would be groovy. They had spoken with Wilhelm, who had said that he would make arrangements for them to have passage on the Wind Dancer, an airship in port. And that is where we are resuming. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to write a letter real quick to Wilhelm, detailing that I would like that I'm looking for a set of magical plate armor, possibly a magical shield, and would like to upgrade my hammer to a magical warhammer. And to let me know what he can find and what the cost will be, and then I will find someone in the palace who can deliver that letter for me.
Okay.
Wait, we're doing a shopping list for Wilhelm?
Yeah, do you want to get in on it? I'll write. I'll take notes.
Shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Let's go Robus Star. That's always a fun druid one.
All right. Anybody else got anything?
No, I am very happy with my equipment, but I appreciate the asking. Thank you, Karak.
So speaking of equipment, Scrimp, you said your name was?
Yes, and he will bow very low, and say, and yeah, I am Scrimp of Clover of the Desert.
So speaking of equipment, do you have any experience with what I was talking about earlier?
When you say experience with what you were talking about earlier, you mean
The way that we save the world. The very special way that we save the world.
The old pulling in important people and satisfying them in ways beyond their greatest pleasures, either that is with their bodies, minds, or with a knife in their back, and then moving on to the rest of the countryside to be able to take the information that you need and give it to the highest bidder. Yes, of course I'm aware of this plan. Yeah. Done this plan many times myself in many a bathhouse and many a different city.
So you're very familiar with the honeypot then?
Of course, I have made my own sort of thing. We don't call it the honeypot, but the scratching post. But similar.
Okay, then you should do just fine. Although we should discuss what your rate's gonna be.
It's usually 500 per life per day that I'm going to need to watch, and then it's extra for information because I can find out whatever I want from them. Their life is mine, forfeit at the point of mine.
And that's why I don't trust mercs. They're always available to the highest fucking bidder.
Oh, no. First of all, I am wounded that such a gorgeous creature would say such vile things about one with such a scream. I'm simply a spy. not mercenary. I do not do things for money. I do things.
Scrimp, you should pump the brakes there a bit. We have the last
customary to compliment people of all things, to recognize beauty in all its forms. I mean, your muscular definition of your shoulders is very, very nice, and
I appreciate that.
Incredible top knot, but
the last person who came in complimenting Venfira in that way left a bad taste in all of our mouths, if you will.
I could imagine, especially if you're doing this, what you have described as the honeypot situation with the nakedness and the bringing people in, and
He meant he pissed us off, not he tasted bad. Fucking dumbass.
Yes, that. He had it is not your fault. Venfira, until recently, had a very different pallor. And this individual was very into...
He was into dead chicks.
Yes, that. Yes, you see, so just you might want to refrain a bit when it comes to Venfira because it's a little triggering for all of us.
And he will look Venfira and with his unblinking cat eyes and look at you in the face and say, "I meant nothing by it. It's just how do you say it's my way."
Oh, I didn't take it personal. He just gets protective.
Yes, the dandy said these. No, you said these. The over, and he's gonna point to Karak. The overprotective father, the mother, pointing at Zaraj, the fun one, and you are the grumpy beach that sits in the corner. Yes.
Pretty much.
He's getting it. Good. All right. Shall we?
You say a quick lunar.
Shall we then make for the airship?
Yeah, fine.
All right, gather all of your things, everyone.
I gather my things.
Same.
Traveling from the palace, it is about an hour's walk to the air station, the large gleaming spire that grows from Castleton, the crown jewel of Taladagario's. White marble matching the palace that has been carved into the side of the mountain. You will see there beautiful in golden gilded and red wood stained floating airship. The sails slowly being tested as they raise and lower. The rudder you can see being calibrated. You will find there waiting for you long blonde hair dressed in golden attire with a smile plastered on their face. An elf with a very familiar elf, Wilhelm.
Darling.
Kurak, my dear.
So good to see you. I made a list and I entrusted it to one of the messengers within the palace. It should find its way to you shortly, I would hope.
Excellent.
Feel free to message me at any point and we'll work out getting together and payment and all of that.
I'm sure we can work something out. Agnes does send her regards.
Oh, it's good. I am so sad I did not get to see her to say a proper goodbye. By the way, I assume it's... how long did you say it took us to walk here?
About an hour, 2 hours.
Okay, so yeah, so my celestial is no longer with us, which is a shame, because that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, she's tied up, darling. Literally.
Ooh.
Grumpo will just wink at Wilhelm from, like, the back.
Right, Scrimp, it is a pleasure to see you once more. I see you are in fine company. You will take care of these darling individuals?
That is right to the letter of the contract, my dear Wilhelm. Right to the letter of the contract.
Good, because should anything befall them, I will hold you responsible.
Oh. I will make sure that they are as safer than a cat in a sandstorm.
You are such a quaint darling. We will have to visit that scratching post sometime.
Quite.
Now, matter of business, I have spoken with Captain Giuseppe. He has agreed to take you to Verndathar, if that's indeed where you're heading. I'm assuming it is, as you are from that area and mentioned going home.
Yes, I need to get to the Tuskspire as quickly as possible.
The Wind Dancer is a good ship. The crew is trustworthy. The captain, a good captain, just do not get on his bad side.
Well, and Karak, like, sort of peers around and very, very what's the word? The opposite of when someone tries to not be noticed.
Conspicuously?
Yes, very conspicuously looks at Wilhelm's backside. Well, if his bad side looks anything like yours, I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Oh, if only we had time, darling. If only we had time.
Soon.
I must away. I have business to conduct. It is a pleasure to see all of you alive. Such interesting things are happening. Such interesting things indeed.
Indeed. I will offer a hug to Wilhelm before we leave.
You all will see this small elf grab Karak, dip kiss them, and then stride away.
Out of curiosity, does the bracelet react at all when Wilhelm does that?
It does.
Because Karak, the player knows, but Karak doesn't at this point. So
He does now. Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Oh.
Wilhelm is a scion of the Oblivion.
You all see Karak as Wilhelm leaves sort of visibly deflate.
What is wrong, my orcish friend?
Just some unexpected.
The irony is freezing. Saying unexpected and then freezing.
Here, orc.
So, while
There it
we're
is.
waiting... there he's back.
I'm back. And some unexpected and not welcome news. That's all.
Here.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Okay.
Back.
All right. You all stand at the bottom of the spire that leads to the loading platform of the airships. What do you do?
I guess we're
suppose-
climbing some fucking stairs.
Yes.
No, this is a far advanced kingdom. They have a Risenator.
I've always enjoyed these things. Is there an attendant, or do I get to play with the levers?
You get to play with the levers.
I have to ask, because we have two larger beings in the party, can we all fit on the platform at once, or do we have to go in groups?
You can fit in the platform at once.
Okay.
It is designed to not only transport people, but cargo.
And it being the Minotaur Kingdom, I imagine most of the people riding this are of larger stature anyway.
Well, Dandy will rush in and try and She can't reach.
The lever on this one is on the side, so Dandy could reach the levers.
Oh.
Grim's just going to take one last look around before getting into the Risonator with everyone.
While Scrimp is outside of the Risonator and the rest of us are in, I, under my breath, say very solemnly, Wilhelm is a scion of Oblivion.
Oh.
Well, shit.
Yeah,
All the more reason to save the world then.
indeed.
Hey, Cat, you gonna get your ass in here or what?
Yes. Yes. Could I have a perception check, good DM, for looking around?
What are you looking for?
Just like anything out of the ordinary as we're about to get into this escalator.
Oh,
and go
okay.
up.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, give me a perception
Yeah.
check. I thought you were taking like a meaningful last
Oh,
look as
no.
you travel into
No.
the unknown.
Oh no. He's genuinely making sure he's doing his like slight hired bodyguard, but also being a spy, alert self. I got a 7 though.
Don't see anything out of the ordinary. Everything appears fine.
Yes, here I come. And he goes into the elevator.
I don't need to know when you're coming. That's really personal information. Just come on.
He's barely breathing hard.
And also, saying the final thing of coming on usually implies there is a target, and you have not designated one of those.
Finfair's just gonna roll her eyes.
So, little Dandy, you are at the controls. How do we go?
She just fucks with them, sees what happens.
Okay, so give me a intelligence. No. You're fucking with them. You're not trying to do anything intentionally. You're seeing what happens. We're going to call this a luck roll.
What would I add anything to that, or is it just a straight roll?
That's just a straight D20, baby.
Big money, no whammy. Stop. 19.
The grabbing the first lever, pushing it all the way up the elevator, the Risonator, pardon me, begins lifting upward.
Neat! I didn't know it was gonna do that.
Good job, Dandelion. You have discovered the mystery of the Risonator.
Perhaps when we are done saving the world, you can become a Resonator operator. I hear their pay is very well and equal.
Nah.
Several moments will pass as this is not a quick transport. It is a jolting, bumpy ride as the links of chain clack, click, clack. Then you find yourself staring at the gangplank leading to the Wind Dancer.
I will
That'll
walk
just
to the
come off.
I walk to the end of the gangplank and hail the ship.
Hell,
We have passage aboard. Permission to board the vessel.
permission granted. Thank you for your manners. Manners maketh the man.
Or woman.
Or woman, that is very correct. I did not mean to be sexist. Please forgive me.
Luckily,
will
Karak said something, otherwise Brenfira would have just walked on.
You will see an individual in a what appears to be a battle wheelchair rolling forward to greet you, dressed finely, captain's coat, monocle, a rapier sheathed to the side of the battle chair, very fine, angular features of an elf.
Hail to thee, Captain.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, a wonderful name, a beautiful name, in fact. Thank you for allowing us such safe passage on these wonderful sheep of yours.
Karak slams his fist into the chest of his plate armor and bows. Captain Giuseppe, a pleasure. You come highly recommended by our friend Wilhelm.
Yes, Wilhelm said that you all had a unique set of skills that may be useful in our travels, as pirates have been known to pluck single airships. We missed the Armada sailing, so we will be on our own.
We are, capable individuals.
Ventura is totally side-eyeing Karak during this conversation, just so you know.
So, yes, we will be happy to help out in any way we can should trouble present itself on the voyage. How close to the Tuskspire can you get us?
Well, that all depends on the cannons.
The cannon.
There is a group that has taken up on the southern edge of the Tuskspire that are affiliated with the pirates that I aforementioned.
I see.
There has been warships sent to try to silence the cannons. They are in an old dwarven stronghold, so it's not like we can just march in and take them out.
Well, I can make no direct promises. However, there are dark things happening in the mountains that the orc tribes there are dealing with. I am returning to my homeland. We are returning to my homeland to help with dispatching these dark entities. I feel like once that is done, perhaps the orcs could help turn their attention towards these brigands who are making a nuisance of themselves along their border.
Well, once your business is done, we shall have a conversation should the warships fail.
Very good. I give him the name of my mother and my brother as possible people to reach out to, and that he may use my name in way of introduction if I am not present when the time comes to negotiate such thing.
He will pull a small leather-bound book from his inside pocket and a quill, writing down the information you gave him, double-checking it, and then stowing it before he will turn his head, calling to a gentleman that is standing nearby. Mr. Younger! The individual snapping quickly to stand beside him. This is First Mate, Mr. Younger. He will show you to your quarters. I have afraid that our rooms are limited, so on Wilhelm's approval, I have booked you all in a stateroom together.
That should be fine. We are, well, most of us are used to sleeping in close quarters.
Do not worry, Mr. My friend of orcish nature. I am definitely just as cuddly as I look.
We shall put that to the test.
We set sail soon. Mr. Younger. Aye, Captain. You all follow me. I'll show you to your room.
Thank you.
And you will be led to the only stateroom aboard the ship, but it is primarily a cargo ship. You will find that it has a large king-size four-poster bed. It has a quartered off with ugly-looking paneling. but a sitting room that is separate from the sleeping quarters. There is a small fireplace with a small cord of wood there. You will find that there is a small basin attached with the red and blue gems that you all have become accustomed to seeing in bathtubs. But this is a wash basin, as it were. There are 3 portholes looking out into the air where you are. And off of the sitting room, there is an observation deck that could hold 2 normal-sized individuals.
Well, these are stately quarters indeed.
Scrim's gonna go. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Younger.
Oh, yes. I pull out 5 silver and tip him.
He takes the money, bows. We're not much for formalness aboard here, so you all have a good one. And he'll leave. I lost his accent. Sorry, guys.
Scrim's gonna go over by the bed, kind of put his bag down, and then go look out one of the observation windows as the ship takes off.
You see that as the beautiful layout of the crown jewel Castleton of Talladegarios begins to slowly shrink, as you can feel that lifting sensation as the airship begins to rise, turning towards the east and rising as the wind catches the sails.
About how long is this, having like traveled a lot as the mastermind that he is, how does he know about, Scrimp know about how long this journey is going to be? Like in the
It'll be about 4 days.
Okay. At that point, after watching it rise and watch everything, he's going to go look for some form of like drink cabinet of alcoholic beverages, and if he finds any, he's going to get that and his deck of playing cards, or I might have a deck of 3 Dragon Ante, and see if anybody wants to play and drink.
As we get up in the air, Zaraj is gonna start saying like a prayer, essentially in primordial to the winds for safe travels, as she then loses her lunch or breakfast over the side of the airship, because this is not a natural way for her to travel. She is not in the ground, she's not near nature, she is in a mechanical machine flying above everything. She regrets the decision to choose flying.
Ooh, it's first time flying, Zaraj.
Yeah. It's, although I do look to the stars for answers, I've never been this close to them, and being this off route has me feeling a little uneasy.
Let's see if I can calm that stomach of yours. Think of yourself as the pollen upon which the trees spread their holy seed and be able to make more plants. So being in the air is almost as natural as being on the ground.
It takes some getting used to.
Oh, 100%. Look at me. I am what many would consider a cat. Do you think a cat would be happy about being in the air? I remember my first time flying. Exactly like that. Exactly like yours.
There's only one thing a cat is happy doing, and that is knocking stuff off the counter.
It takes some habit breaking.
So, what kind of cards does he got?
Oh, 3 Dragon Ante. And then he's kind of just shuffling them.
Dandy will play.
Ah, you know this. You know this game, my gnomish friend.
Well, I'm very familiar with lots of different games.
I see. You're a gnome of Runeskasta. Where is the farthest you have traveled, young?
That's a good question. I mean, most of the work that she's done has been in the free cities, but probably Teledegarios is the furthest she's ever traveled.
Well, being with us, I think at this point, Dandy's been almost everywhere.
Zaraj kind of overhears this and says, "I think I win. Istrazelan."
Ah, yes, the magical mystical island that does not exist. It is wonderful to see that you exist, Suraj.
Alright, you're not invited.
While all this is happening, Vanfira's gonna go lay out her bedroll in a corner and just sit on it.
And so you begin to pass time in this relaxed manner. Zaraj, well, not so relaxed, but slowly becoming accustomed.
She gets her eye on the horizon to kind of help steady her, and then that kind of squeezes it down.
The sun setting, the stars illuminating the heavens, the twin moons seeming closer than they have in a long time. Their beautiful, brilliant light dancing across the deck of the ship. The bell ringing for dinner in the galley.
By the way, Dandy was absolutely trying to cheat at Three Dragon Ante.
And probably, depending on how many times you did cheat, maybe the first 2 times, no, but after that, like after a minute of just watching you, every single time that you try to cheat, they'll be like, I'm not so sure that is the way that is done.
Well, I mean, like, I'm
We
I'm
do a
not
roll?
actually sure what Three Dragon Ante is in terms of a game.
It is essentially a number set building game that you try and get the highest number in a set of like dragons or whatever the cards are. And some cards do different things, and you play 3 rounds and then see if whoever has no money or like the most money or whatever. So we can just keep going. He's probably lost and gained coins at this point from you.
It's rummy, kind of.
For the longest
She
time, I
would
thought it
have
was
been
pretty
trying
fun.
to pocket high cards in terms of cheating.
All right,
That
so
way she could just switch them easily.
so give me a sleight of hand versus perception. Scrimp, to see if you notice them cheating.
Ooh, baby. 19.
Look, I rolled a 9 plus 6 is a 15.
So Scrimp has an inkling that Dandy is cheating, but
Can't prove
can't
it.
catch it, can't prove it.
You're you're pretty good at this game.
Thanks, I had to play it a lot.
I can only imagine exactly why you have to play this game a lot, but I would love to have the gold that you have stolen off of me. That would be wonderful. As a persuasion, wants to persuade you Because he doesn't know that you did it. He has no proof that you did it. But he's going to say that you did it and persuade you to give the gold back to him because he's trying to call you out.
She's gonna look at him hurt.
So, give me a deception. How we're going to do this? We'll do first the deception and then the persuasion.
Insight.
He sees right through her, because that was a 12.
That's an 18 on insight.
And perception or persuasion?
I have a 24. Plus 11 in my persuasion.
She just hands the money back to him.
He'll give her 2 gold, though. This is a good try, though. It's a good try.
We could play cards.
I am just as good at that game as Three Dragonetti. And as long as you promise not to cheat.
This is why I don't play Three Dragon Ante anymore. It was a very common game in the barracks. Always ended with...
What did it end with? What did it end with?
Say it! Say it!
Sweet Antissa.
Always ended with someone getting punched in the mouth.
Ah, you and I must have been in very similar barracks then.
You were a soldier.
No. Heavens, no.
We need
But I have
a
played one.
we need a Tech Gremlins exclamation point.
It's too bad you can't make it pop up with that image.
That would be great.
Yeah.
No, Karak, I have not been a soldier, but I have played one before on assignment, so practically the same thing.
Well, there's a group of people that I used to be associated with that you'd never played cards or cups or Three Dragon Ante or really any game with. Not if you knew what was good for you.
The ominousness of what you have just said is both exciting and frightening.
We should probably go down for dinner. Yes. It would be rude not to make an appearance.
Yeah!
The bell has rung.
Who did
Yeah,
it?
food might help kind of settle.
Yes, you should eat something, hearty. Something that will coat your stomach, as it were.
Dandy's just going to quietly pocket the gold that Scrimp gave her, and also this gold that she didn't give back. Not all of it. She said she gave the gold back, but I didn't say she gave all of the gold back.
I would like to make a perception check to see if I can catch Dandy pocketing all of my fucking gold.
It's not all of your gold. It's just a fraction of what she had cheated off of you.
And this is the game now, folks. This is what you're going to watch for the rest of the time, is 2 rogues trying to cheat each other out of gold forever.
As you are making your perception check, there is a rap upon the door to your stateroom.
Yes.
Begging your pardon, the captain sent me. We got trouble.
Oh. Excellent. We'll be right there.
Excellent. That's not usually the answer to trouble.
Well, anything that keeps me from having to listen to this longer is good news.
Fair enough. Siraj goes with Karak.
You got 10 of my gold, Dandy.
Did we get maybe a short rest or anything there?
Yeah, I'll give you all a short rest.
Cool.
So, making your way up to the deck, you will see Captain Giuseppe in his wheelchair at the gunrail, a telescopic eyepiece looking over behind you. Back, it would be off the starboard quarter. So if you're facing the front of the ship, it would be to the right and behind. he will notice your arrival, handing you, Karak, the telescoping eyepiece. She's got no colors, and she's gaining slowly.
Would, how is this ship powered exactly?
So inside the hull of the ship, in the center hull, there is a large sphere. It's a blue magical sphere. It has the power to, when applied properly with magic, they have other stones that are enchanted. It defies gravity, so it allows the ship to rise up and down. And then, just like a ship on the sea, wind at the sails is what propels it.
Would more speed be useful, Captain?
It might. We can't tell if she's running full cloth or not. She's not close enough.
Well, have your men hold on something and let your sails out full. And Karak will take up a position like 3/4 of the way back on the deck. And as soon as they signal that they are ready, he is going to cast Gust of Wind.
Okay.
Line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, blasts from you in the direction you choose for the spell's duration, which is 1 minute.
The ship lurching as the gust of wind fills the sails. The people in the galley, you can hear murmuring, food and lead-weighted plates clanking on tables. The ship lurching forward as the captain calls to the helmsman, telling him course corrections, steering toward a bank of thunderstorms.
Yes!
And this is where we're going to take our second break. So, hang loose, people. We'll be back in about 10 minutes and see what happens. And we're back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our second break. I know a lot of places only do one break, but I'm a chronic pain patient, and so we do too. Before we went on break, the captain of the Wind Dancer had called the crew on deck, or the party rather, on deck, that there was a ship trailing them that was flying no colors. The suspecting trouble, Karak had moved to the midway or 3/4 back from the ship, casting gust of wind to help increase the speed. The ship falling further behind. This is where we pick up. What are you guys doing?
How far are we out from that storm at this point?
A good 10-15 minutes.
Ventura wants to move to the back of the ship and see if she can, see anything from back there.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Grim's just going to be keeping his eyes in the sky to look around to see if there'll be any smaller kind of things that might be flying towards us.
15.
15. You see a black dot that is slowly getting closer and closer, growing larger and larger.
Is the other ship?
No, it's something coming from the other ship. As a cannonball will whiz past your head, bouncing harmlessly on the deck.
Alright, well, when she first notices it, she's gonna yell heads up. And duck.
Let me know if you see another one of those coming.
Can I see the other ship at all?
You can. It's getting further and further away, but you do see another one of those cannonballs incoming.
You said the cannonball kind of landed harmlessly on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I want to inspect it because normally cannonballs are for destroying, and so it shouldn't land gently. It should have plowed through. So, can I? What would you like?
I'll help with that.
Investigation.
And as soon as Ven sees the other one, she's gonna yell out again and that another's incoming.
And I will look back, and as it gets close, I will cast Gust of Wind again and slam the ship forward again, hopefully pulling us ahead enough of the cannonball for it to miss this time.
And you do.
That's a 15 on my investigation.
It is a cannonball. The odd thing about this that I'm not sure Ziraj would have intimate knowledge of cannonballs, but this one has 3 blue gems.
Team. Now I don't have intimate knowledge of cannonballs, but aren't they usually just one solid piece of metal and not have gems in them?
Did you say gems?
Yeah, there's 3 gems
Toss
in
that
this
shit
one.
overboard.
What?
Toss that shit overboard.
As soon as
There's a bright flash of blue light that bursts from the cannonball, sparkling energy dancing across metallic objects as the ship begins to plummet.
Okay, let's look at my spell list to see how I can solve this problem. And not take control wins today.
I've got Gust of Wind up and going, so I'm going to angle the Gust of Wind to try and push up on us a bit to keep us from just straight ass plummeting, to keep us as, I've got 1 full minute of this, so I'm just I'm using the wind to try and at least slow our descent.
Since Dandy didn't put down her backpack, she's gonna take the rope out of her backpack, tie it around her waist, go over to one of the masts, and latch herself to a mast.
Okay. So the the main mast will begin to actually creak and groan in protest as the wind is angled. The sails full as you fight gust of wind against gravity. The ship, the bow rising slowly as it does slow the descent some.
Captain, can you fix the damage?
We're trying. You see people scurrying down below deck quickly as they are trying to restart the magical generator that keeps you aloft. The ship that was behind you gaining now, coming in at downward descent towards you.
Is it another airship?
Yes.
With them getting closer, could I possibly make a history check to see if I recognize this airship?
Go ahead.
A 14!
No, you do not. Mr. Younger will appear at the top of the stairs that lead down, yelling, "Brace yourselves!"
We will brace.
I
Wait,
brace.
how far from the ground are we at this point?
At this point, you're still several thousand feet. Like,
Okay, just checking. Because if I have gust of wind up and we're getting real close to the ground, I'm going to shift the gust of wind to coming from below us to cushion our landing.
No,
But
you're still
until
you're
we get
still
to that
ways.
point. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing then.
All right, they are trying to jumpstart the magic.
How big is this ship? Is it huge or is it gargantuan?
The ship you're on,
Yes.
it'd be considered gargantuan. It's 4 decks, 3 mast.
Because I could polymorph into a Quetzalcoatlus, which is a huge beast that has flying, and I could try to slap our way back to buy us time. Do I think that as a huge creature, I'd be able to slow the fall of this gargantuan boat?
Well, the falling will stop as you
Right,
are
when we hit the
pondering
ground.
this. No, I'm trying to narrate. As you are pondering this question, as you were told to brace, the ship will stop. The sudden force powerful enough that the center mast will break off, falling to the left side, tumbling over the gunwale into the bottom. Dandy, which mast was you tied to?
Not the center one.
He actually didn't say.
The third one.
So I'll allow it this time. I was going to make you roll a dice to see if you was tied to that one, but I'm going to.
I mean,
nice.
I still can.
Okay, roll a d4.
Dandy
First,
15.
second, third. Number 4 is your choice. You get to
We
pick.
found this out last night. We almost killed Malcusius. Don't do this.
I have faith in my dice. Big money, no whammy, stop. 3.
3. Okay, so you're attached to the third mast. You did not go flying overboard. There is the sound of cannon fire. Doom, doom, doom. The cannons missing, however, whether it's by fortune's fate or fortune's fury. I need everyone now to please roll initiative as this other airship comes down. You see grappling hooks launched, connecting to the gunwale, pulling the two ships closer together. And you can join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Now, when you said that the plummeting stopped, does that mean they got the engine back going?
They did. That was the
Okay.
ratio.
I just wanted to clarify that. Ooh, pretty.
This is a Kauai Tornado special.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to take a moment and say huge thank you to Quiet Tornado for the maps that they have produced for us. They just do awesome stuff, and they enjoy doing it. We enjoy having them. I know you listen, Kawhi, so thank you so much. Your talent is absolutely amazing. And if anybody
Thank
out there
you.
needs some good battle maps, look up Kawhi Tornado on Twitter. All right. Let me get a fresh piece of pepper. Now, with this, I'm sure you guys remember that you had airship battles on Saturday nights during Dark and Queen and the Shadowed Rose. John was not with us. Each ship is assigned a number of gunners. Each ship is assigned a number of armor points. Once those armor points are depleted, it begins taking hull damage. The cast usually, one member of the cast usually rolls for the gunners on the ship, as I roll for the gunners on the other ship. The way it works is that you roll an X number of 3d6s. I roll against that with, or an X number of d6s. I roll against that with the same number and try to get a 5 or a 6 to save, yada, yada, yada. Who's going to be the gunner for the ship?
Not it.
Me.
All right, Scrimp. Okay, so please roll initiative for the ship as well.
Ship got a whole 11.
I don't know why I make this complicated shit to do it to myself, but all right. So going down the initiative order, Dandy,
8.
Karak,
15.
Scrimp,
19.
Venfira,
10.
and Ziraj.
16.
Why is it you always come over during combat?
Because they want to make their cameo. You got to lift them up so everybody can see them.
Zoe Bug. Hi, Zoe.
There you go, everyone. Zoe making their appearance. Now chat can go crazy, goo goo gaga over the cute puppy.
Yeah. It's like she knows though that there's combat going on, because every time I'm about to roll dice for combat, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
All right. So starting off, we do the ships. The pirate ship firing first.
How many
1, 2,
d6s
3,
do I have to have?
4, 5. You need 5 d6s.
Right.
That is 1 hit. So please roll your your d6 to see if you save against it.
Oh, okay. So I'm only rolling 1d6.
Correct. And you need a 5 or a 6 to save against the shot.
It was a 1.
Okay, so that is 1 armor point down. Now you will fire 5d6 shots. You need 4, 5, or 6 for a hit. And then I roll against the number of hits to see if I save.
I got 4 hits. I got a 5, a 2, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
All right, so I'll roll against that. I fail all of them. Holy shit.
Ooh.
All right. That will now bring up Scrimp.
Hell yeah. Is there anybody that Scrimp could see, like, getting ready to invade?
Not at this time. So far, you do have your gunners, though. I forgot to put the gunners on the map. Let me do that right quick.
Scrimp, I can get us over there.
That is very kind, but I believe the best sort of defending of a ship is to wait till they are on the ship and then push them off of the ship, because then they cannot go back to their ship.
But then we can also have their ship if we kill them.
It is very fair, I suppose. And after this brief little chat, Grimp is going to go like the 20 so feet to the edge of the railing of one of the ship. I don't know sides of ships. Sorry, everyone on the internet, to disappoint you that I have no nautical nonsense or no nautical knowledge. Bleh, that's a hard word to say. However, there is a guy over on that ship with the little hat that Scrimp is going to take out his hand crossbow and is going to take a shot at him with it.
All right, go ahead and take that shot.
Here, actions, hand crossbow. That is a 21.
21 hits.
Sweet. I'm going to use my Piercer feat to reroll the damage. Much better, for 7 damage.
7 damage.
Now, question. Would that person be considered sneak attack ability? I know it says if I have advantage on the attack roll, but I didn't ask that, and I forgot.
Since we're in unknown territory here, I'm going to roll a d20, high or low.
I'll take low.
That is a 5, so yes, you can apply your sneak attack.
Sweet.
For future reference, you could, I believe, you can take your bonus action to hide, and then if they don't know where the shot's coming from, you can then apply your sneak attack. I'm not sure if you may get advantage in this. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Got you. That is 27 for the sneak attack damage.
All right.
A lot of 6s in that roll.
And here, the only people visible on their deck are the 4 gunners.
That is correct.
Okay.
I was shooting gunner number 1.
All right.
I just need to know. And that
We'll
is my
bring up-
turn.
I'll bring up Ziraj.
Are there 2 Zirages on the map?
There are, apparently.
How did that
All
happen?
right, I don't know why there are.
Okay, so this
Goodbye.
one. There we go. I'm not sure how that happened. I apologize.
Oh, good. So, not really having fought in an airship before, kind of hearing what Scrimp is saying, but also seeing the merit of being able to board them, Ziraj is going to kind of let out a hoot as she swings her focus around and is going to cast Conjure Animals. And is going to conjure 4... What are they? What's the 4 beasts of challenge rating half or lower? So she can do 4 giant owls, which are large creatures, meaning that they can ferry people over. And then they have their own initiative. 15. Initiative would be 17 on their initiative. But I'm going to command them to basically defend themselves and carry any of my comrades over that wish to be carried over.
Okay.
And then I'm going to assume, as a bonus action, my... Let's see, what's the distance on that? Oh, I think... Actually, I might be able to walk up and get him. Let's see. Features and traits. 60 feet. 30 60 feet. Yeah. So I will take a small step forward, so that I am within 60 feet of gunner number 1 on the other ship, and then I will starry form shoot him with a radiant arrow. But I do not think a 9 will hit.
A 9 will not hit.
Right. Then I'm gonna kind of fall back to make it a little bit harder to hit me.
All right.
So my mounts can stay as mounts.
All right. It's Raj's turn. Karak.
All right.
We're being raided by Commune DM.
Oh, hey, welcome Raiders.
Woo!
Raiders.
Party of 18.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Thanks, Commune DM.
Thank you
Hello.
so much. Raise your medal.
All right. We had not reached the storm yet. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. More's the pity. I am going to cast Call Lightning nevertheless.
Okay.
I am going to center my Call Lightning. I can figure out how to do it. Right there on. You can see it. Does this do better? Right. Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
And then on the on gun number 1, I guess that is. Or Gunner 1's cannon is the center of the Call Lightning 60-foot radius cylinder.
Okay.
And then I am going to drop the lightning bolt right in between gunners 3 and 4 over here, because it's 10 feet between them. If I drop it dead in the center, it should hit both of them.
All right.
And I'm going to be casting that at 4th level. So
what's
they
the
will
DC?
need. Call Lightning's DC is Dexterity 17.
All right. Can you go ahead and roll that damage for me, please?
I can and I will. That is.
Dark clouds appearing out of nowhere, manifesting over the ship. Lightning bolt slamming between the 2 gunners.
Ooh, that's some good damage. 8 and 7 is 15, and 10 is 25, and so 6 or 9. That's a 9. 9 and 25 is 34 points of lightning damage to both of them have they've made their save.
All right. The screaming as the lightning bounces between the 2 of them. Is that your turn?
I believe it is. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action I can take. So, yeah, that'll do it.
All right. That'll bring up Vinfira.
I am so fucking over this shit. She's going to slam her foot into the ground, shadow seeming to pull toward her, swirling up around her as she's starting to speak in infernal, her eyes going black, and she's going to summon a draconic spirit.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Ooh, new
familiar
spell.
with this.
New spell.
You call forth a draconic spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the draconic spirit stat block, which I have here pulled up. When you cast the spell, choose a family of dragon, chromatic, gem, or metallic. The creature resembles a dragon from the chosen family, which determines its traits in the stat block. The creature disappears when it drops to 0 points or the spell ends. The creature is an ally to you and your companions. In combat, the creature shares your initiative but takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands, no action required by you. And if you don't issue any, it uses the dodge action to avoid danger.
Okay. The language, that infernal, that dark, the shadows wreathing your hands, the black shadowy smoke coming from your eyes as the energy snakes forward, coalescing into the form of this large dragonous creature floating between the 2 ships.
It's going to appear as a black dragon.
Okay.
Because it's chromatic. It's resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison. And as an added bonus, when I summon the dragon, I get to choose one of its resistances. And I also have resistance to that chosen damage resistance until the spell ends. So I'm going to choose lightning for myself.
Okay.
Because why not? Especially given where we are. And I am going to instruct it to destroy the ship and its crew.
Okay.
That ship. Not ours. That ship.
Now, why would you feel the need to specify?
Because I've played your table.
All right. So that is your turn. Now it is the dragon's turn. So
The
go ahead and
dragon's
make the
turn.
dragon's attack.
So the dragon gets to make 2 rend attacks and a breath weapon attack. So let's see, who's he closest to? Its flying speed is 60 feet. So yeah, it's got plenty of room to move. It is going to fly closer to Gunner 1 over here. Actually, no. Gunner 1's in range for all of them. It's going to fly closer to Gunner 2. So it's kind of over the top there.
That's number 3, I thought.
Sorry, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I guess it is. He's going to fly over there to the gunner. He's going to make his rend attacks. So that uses my spell modifier as his modifier. So first attack is 7 plus 9. I'm so brain dead today.
16?
16. So 16 on the first one.
16 hits.
16 hits. Alright. Surprisingly, he doesn't do a lot of damage with his rend. That's 9 points of... Oh, 9 points plus the spell's level. So it's a 5th level spell.
Okay, 14 points.
14 points of piercing damage. Second rend. That's cocked as hell. God damn it. That's 25.
25 will hit.
Yeah, 25. And that's... Oh, same amount of damage as the first one, so 14. And then its breath weapon. The dragon exhales destructive energy in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw against my spell's DC.
Okay. So the way it's facing, it will be just that one gunner.
That's
What is
alright.
your DC?
My spell save DC is a 17.
I got a 3.
Hey.
Yeah.
So that's 2d6.
Welcome up, dragon.
That's 10 points of lightning damage.
All right. Is that the dragon's turn?
That is the dragon's turn.
All right, Dandy.
All right, I have a question for you, Tyr.
And I hope we have an answer.
Would it be possible to cut the lines where the grappling hooks are so that we're no longer attached to the other ship?
You can try.
Okay, then Dandy's going to pull out her dagger, cut herself free from being tied to the mast, because she can't be tethered to it right now. And she's gonna start trying to do that.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna take her a while because this is a long ship and she's got limited movement.
So give me an attack roll.
This is the wrong D20. I put it in timeout and I picked it up anyway. $12?
12 will do it. First rope cut. It's
Yeah.
rope. It doesn't have a high AC.
Where is the rope, curiosity-wise? Like, that's attached
Along
to
the
this?
rail between the two ships.
And approximately how many ropes are there? Out of
20.
curiosity.
Hold on. I will draw them. That is not what I wanted.
Here, I'm very sorry. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
All right. And there's 19 now because Dandy just cut one.
Which would put her probably here. Pretty much at the very back of the ship.
All right. Round 2 for the cannons. The first is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 shots bursting towards your ship. None of them hit. Go ahead and make yours.
As a famous scientist once said, my turn. That is 2 hits because it's 4, 5, 6. I rolled a 2, a 6, a 4, a 1, and a 3.
All right, that is 1 save, so 1 AC point diminished from the ship. And that will bring up Scrimp.
Loading another bolt and taking another shot at number 1. I'm going to use my bonus action to do steady aim to give me advantage on it, which means that I can get my sneak attack damage too.
Okay.
So here we go. Hand crossbow. Taking better of the 2 rolls. Wow. 19 plus 8 is 27.
Yes, that will hit.
Using my piercer feat. Oh, okay, for 5 damage of piercing and then 21 sneak attack damage.
Okay, that will kill Gunner 1.
Woohoo!
He just snipes him in the neck. Crossbow bolt.
Nippity snipe.
Ay, ay, ay! He cries out as the guy falls to the deck.
What are those faces here?
They are individuals that have appeared on the ropes connecting to the ship.
And this is why I wanted to cut the ropes.
All right, it is now the large owl turn.
In that case, seeing these guys appearing, I'm gonna tell the owls to try to knock them off the ropes. So, I've got the they're gonna fly over. Does that one had enough movement? Yes, they had enough movement. Okay. So yeah, they're gonna try to knock them off of the ropes.
All right. Let's start making attack rolls.
Would it be attack or opposed athletics?
Let's do opposed athletics.
Regret asking.
All right. Which should I use, the blue or the purple?
Blue.
All right. All right. First opposed athletics.
All right. 17.
That is a 13. So that guy is gone.
Pushed off.
Wah! Wilhelm scream.
All right. Next.
6.
Dirty 20.
All right.
Next.
14.
16.
All right. And a 13.
And 11.
That's fine. Yeah. 2 down.
All right. That's the owl's turn. It's now Ziraj's turn.
All right, now seeing these new friends coming across. These are ropes, right?
Yes, the red lines are ropes.
Great. I got produce flame, so I'm going on the guy that the first one here that didn't fall off. I'm going to set his rope on fire.
Okay. How do I do this fairly? The rope will take 1 turn to burn. Actually, no, rope burns pretty quick. So we'll give him a strength check to see when the rope breaks, if he's able to hold on. That is a 1.
Nice.
Happy octopus vibes.
That rope is destroyed.
All right, and then I will shoot the other one that my owl went against with the starry form archer.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
All right. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good roll. 17 points of radiant damage.
That will take him down.
I'll force 1.
With guardians of the wherever we're at, the world right now, instead of Gahul.
All right. Karak.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a lightning bolt right here, in between the 2 guys on the last 2 ropes.
Okay.
And I am going to, so it's a DC 17 dex save for the 2 of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and burn a Channel Divinity to do Destructive Wrath and just give them max damage, which is 40 points. They take half if they made their save.
That'll
And also, I realize it's probably not, it's just overkill at this point, but I was also going to throw Thunderbolt Strike into that, which when dealing lightning damage to a large or small creature, I can also push it 10 feet, so I was going to send it 10 feet out towards that island, just blowing them off of the ropes as they got hit with lightning, but they're dead now.
They're dead.
So bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm going to drop it on the deck over here right by Dandy, just to help.
Wait a minute. You did call lightning.
Which I have already cast. That spell
That's
is
right.
active. It's
Okay.
just a concentration spell. I was just using my action to bring down another bolt. It was not me casting a new spell. I can choose to use that action or not on my turn. And now the only spell I am casting this round is Spiritual Weapon. And that will end my turn.
All right. That will bring up Venfura.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
So, my lightning bolt spell specifies that it's a stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide, blasts out from you in a direction you choose, which means I can aim at some, right?
Right.
All right, just making sure I'm reading that correctly. Venfira is going to move closer to the ship's railing, and she's gonna aim a lightning bolt kind of between, I don't know if I can use the pointer here to actually give you something to see. so that it's going to like kind of sever the lines in between the ships. Does that make sense?
From her forward. Because
Yes.
it blasts out from her. So it would have to run from her point.
Right. It says in a direction I choose. So I was wondering like if I can angle my body slightly and send it out.
Yeah, you could blast it through there like that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yep, you can do that.
Just wasn't sure I was making sense. All right.
Rope
So, yeah,
does
I'm
not
going
get a
to-
saving throw.
Hmm?
I said rope does not get a saving throw.
All right. And it's going to take 8d6 damage.
That will. So you don't even have to roll them. That it's rope. It's got like 1 hit point.
All right. And that's not a concentration spell, so it doesn't break my concentration on my dragon.
That's right.
Speaking of,
It is now the dragon's
And now
turn.
it's the dragon's turn. Yep, he's gonna target the same gunner with his rend attack, his claws basically.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, let's get 14 plus 9. Is that 23?
That'll hit.
That's 1d6 plus 4 plus 9, I believe. This is what I get for closing the block thinking I knew what I was doing. Yeah, it's 1d6 plus 4 plus 9. So that's 7 plus 9, 17. Right? No, 16. 16 points of piercing damage. Second attack. 9 plus 9 is 18.
18 hits.
And that's 8 and 9 is 17. 17 points damage. And then
That'll
it's
do
going to
him in.
turn. Huh?
That'll do him in.
Awesome. It's going to turn its breath weapon on the mast.
Okay.
And since the mast can't make a saving throw, you want me to just roll the damage?
Yep. And then I'll convert the damage into armor points because it will be doing damage to the ship.
All right, well, that's a 5 and a 2, so 7 plus. Right. Is there any plus? No, that's just the 2d6. So that's 7 points. 7 points of damage from the breath weapon. Sorry, my brain is seriously. I've got goats for brains tonight.
So the gunner rended, the creature burying its breath weapon on, the lightning cutting a deep trench through the deck of the ship, it blowing apart the mast, the ship listing and then completely capsizing and beginning to plummet. The ropes that are attached pulling on the ship. I need everyone to please make a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, I didn't think that was going to do enough damage to do anything.
All right, Dandy.
19.
19, you're still up. Karak,
Thank the gods.
15.
15, you're still up. Scrimp,
26. I used
You're
one of
still
my
up.
luckies.
Venfira,
I rolled a natural 20, which is good because this character is not dexterous, so that's 21.
you're still up. Zaraj,
4
4.
with a natural 1.
I'm so sorry, Zaraj.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Time to use a wild shape.
If I fall off the boat, yes.
Well, that's going to be what happens, sir, as the boat pulls, because you were on the railing.
I'm against the rail.
It pulls the rope straining. They're taut, but it before they begin to snap, you're going off the side of the ship.
Okay. I know what I'm doing on my turn.
Swoop.
1, 2, 3. Three ropes snap.
I really didn't think the dragon was going to do enough damage to do that. Sorry, guys.
I'm just picking random ropes here. All right, Dandy.
Alright. So, Dandy is going to use her bonus action, that way she doesn't lose an action, to dash up to the ropes by Venfira. Can she try and cut, since they're so close together, can she try and cut both of them?
Sure.
Alright. $26 to hit.
All right. That'll snap through both of those. Anything else Dandy's going to try to do?
Nope, that's her bonus action and her action. That's all she can do.
All right. Scrimp.
Oh, is the other ship not going to try and shoot?
It's upside down, plummeting.
Did the gunners on our ship try to shoot it?
No, they can't. Like they're trying not to fall off the edge of the ship because
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
this ship turned upside down and is falling. This one, it's pulling this one with it.
I got you. Look, I guess the question was, could the two that are closest to it shoot at the ship, trying to aim at the spots that the ropes are attached to try and like get rid of the ropes, like the gunners that are like trying not to fall, like the ones that are on the same side as the ship. Since
No, they are incapacitated at this moment.
Got you. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my Scrimp's feline agility to double my movement speed, and we are going to take the 60 feet, running to the front of the ship, and whack, using my dual wielder feat to swap the hand crossbow for a dagger and try to hit one of the ropes here on the edge.
All right.
Goldbuster. No, why are you not there? Sorry, my actions aren't always matching up. There's a dagger. That away. This. Click on actions. And dagger. 17.
17 will whack the rope.
Sweet. Dealing 5 damage.
It won't delete. What the hell?
And then I'm going to take my bonus action to steady aim. Or no, I can't steady aim because I moved this turn.
You moved.
Then...
You will begin to hear the boards beneath you creaking as the pressure of this is beginning to pull at the actual ship. You're not sure how much longer, but if these ropes aren't dealt with soon, it's going to pull this ship apart.
Scrimp will then shout back to everybody, "Everyone, we need to cut the ropes now as quickly as possible. This turn, let us do it now. Everyone take a rope, if not more."
Are we still in initiative tier?
Yes.
Okay.
It is now the large owls.
They're gonna fly one to each rope of the closest ropes to them and attempt to razor talon them apart.
All right. Go ahead and make those rolls.
All right. They. 21 on the first one. 11 on the second one. Third one is an 18, and the fourth one is a 15.
All right.
Do we need damage for that?
No, they have 1 hit point. It's rope.
Okay.
All right. That will bring up Ziraj.
Now, I'm assuming we are more than 30 feet off the ground, so I haven't plummeted into the ocean.
That is correct.
Okay.
They're a couple of thousand feet.
Yeah. So, as I'm falling like an elephant out of the sky, take a deep breath to calm myself, spread my arms out, and then shift into a giant eagle. And I will swoop up. Giant eagle. What's your flight speed of 80?
If you were a potted petunia, you'd be thinking, "Oh no, not again."
Mm-hmm.
I, as the giant eagle, go. I will swoop to hit this rope here and attempt to cut it with my talons.
Alrighty.
A 9 to hit.
9 will miss.
Great. Good thing I have multi-attack. There we go. 17.
17 will do it. The force snapping this rope, the other rope breaking,
Oh.
right before the hole was ripped open. Literally, it was one turn is what I rolled to see how long it would take. The initiative order disbanded. Y'all are victorious. The ship lurching back upright. The hull groaning, complaining against the sudden movements. But she holds.
Knowing approximately where the big sphere is on our ship, and just guessing where it might be on that ship, since I had the storm centered on that ship, I'm just zot, 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 zot with lightning bolts at it as it's plummeting, hoping to hit the crystal at the center and make sure that thing never gets off the ground again.
As you blast it with lightning, the ship just ripping apart as it falls.
Woohoo!
You are victorious, my friends.
Yay!
And this is where we're going to pause this evening.
I think
The
when we're
dragon.
done with this, I'm gonna become a sailor.
The dragon is just
Sky
circling around our
sailor.
boat now. And Ben feels like shit that Zaraj fell over.
Bird Force 1.
Oh, good job, guys. Good job. Thank you so much for playing at my table.
Always.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate everyone that is in the audience watching. This is, we do this for you guys. We love you, each and every one, and we love being here. If you enjoyed it, please share on social media that you enjoyed it and have others to come watch us. If you didn't, then we're sorry. Send an email to tyr at willofthedice.com and let me know why. Let's go ahead and remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get out of here.
I am John, leader of Owl Force 1, also known as Zaraj, and you can find me all over the internet at that_film_guy.
I'm Ren. I was the voice of Infira tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hey everybody, it's me, Patrick, the voice of Scream. And you can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice, the voice of Dandy Santhy Jelbing Gigglebox Pincushion Monfrey, and you can find me on Twitter at Cap'n Cuppy Cake.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark, and you can find me here playing Croc, or on our other show on Saturday nights playing Bjarnor, or on Cast Guidance being the unruly co-host. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
And I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. You can also follow Wheel of the Dice at Wheel_of_the Dice. We'd definitely appreciate the follows. And like I said, seriously, if you enjoyed it, follow us, tell other people, come check us out. We play on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. The two quests run concurrently in the same world at the same time, and they do actually impact each other. Also, Fridays at noon Eastern here on Level Up TTV, me and Locke do our show Cast Guidance that has been called DM Group Therapy. It's just us two individuals giving our questionable opinions about different rules, minutiae, and that sort of thing. Good game, guys. Good game. I hope you all had fun.
It was a
Yes,
blast.
thanks for running.
A lightning blast, if you will.
I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. Remember, guys, that times get difficult. Times get dark. Things get hard. Remember, you're not alone. There are people out there to love you. Let them be your strength. Let them be your light. Bask in that until you're strong enough to be that for someone else. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come with us and be torchbearers. And until next time, please live a life to make yourself proud. We'll see you again.